Hello everybody, carrying on where we left off, and I'm going to welcome you right off the hop here and thank you for joining me. I do hope you are having the good one, and we're going to get the rest of these characters loaded that we didn't get to into the last one. So, we've got the little time thing we're working on. So here we got Kree, he's going to go get on the shuttle, so he's ready for his big adventure, and as we do get into this, there is a couple things I want to mention as we're loading these fellas up, and that would be the Solar Showcase. Slip it in there. And, if you'd like to get in on that and you got some cool and original text, all you need is to find my link down below in the description for the showcase auditions. And from there, just take those cool and original snapshots or save games, and or both. It depends what works best for you. Multi-texts are better done in a save, pre-set up, honestly. Just being truthful. And from there, post them to that link, that thread that the link takes you to, and I will make the best dang video out of my can. But like I said, happy, cool, and original, right? And now you may be thinking my definition of cool and original is kind of out there and extreme, but no, it's your definition of cool and original. That's what I'm looking for, right? So if you think they are, send them in if you'd like a video. And also, can't forget about the NeuTecha project, right? It's the thing we're working on, and it's coming along nicely. We're getting a few good citizens here. Well, we got more than a few. I think we're up to... I think we got 15. Oh, no, I think there's more, because there's been a couple more additions. I haven't got to them yet, because they were just newly added to the thread. But that's the link down in the description too. Follow it there. Watch the first couple videos, and read through the first couple posts from me, and they'll help you a lot with size requirements and suggested to be important kind of features for your characters. Hey, that guy turned around. What the heck, man? You were supposed to face the other way. One more looking out. But there's our group for this flight, and they're a nice looking bunch. Look at them. They're just ready to go. So we're going to get these guys all loaded up here. We had a little delay. We had to wait until it was daytime because, well, someone had to go to the bathroom. I don't blame them, Even if I just went 2 minutes ago, I might actually be scared into another visit just by looking at the idea of, I'm going into space, man. I don't know. They don't even have windows on these things. We're just open to everything. What if I get hit by an alien and he slaps me real hard or something, You run right into his little saucer, I get a dent in my forehead, it'd be crazy. I'd be feared of these things. I think crazy's crap like that, though. It's a possibility. However unlikely, but still possible. But we'll get these guys loaded up. They're not so worried about that kind of stuff because they're more excited. So let's get these fellers loaded. Okay, we'll get this fella in here. Oh, I think I stopped back one too far, but that should be alright. I think we'll manage. And this is kind of another spot I've been thinking maybe I should widen up to, but I don't want to always make things bigger and bigger and bigger to make them work, right? I think I'm going to deal with that because it is very doable. Oh, but having that little ramp there, that's kind of a kick in the stuff. So what I might update it a little bit. And it will give it more room in there. I might just put the bars on that side and take off the bar you need to get through kind of thing. Because that's just to keep the guys from falling off. So, we'll see. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, Bobtopus, we're getting you in there? Come on, big guy. You can do it. Oh, right on, he's making it. And yeah, see, this is another thing why I'm thinking a smaller, personalized shuttle would be a good idea. I can make the actual cockpit area a little bigger because it wouldn't be on a size restriction. Because this thing, when fully together, maxes out the build limit on one way or the other. And if I go wider, I need to go taller just to keep the scale and the look of it the same. So that's what I'm thinking, though. If you like the idea of having a personal flight to NeuTecha as an option, or maybe even the sole way of getting there, just let me know, and we'll see what we can do. Well, I know what we can do, but it'll just be a matter of when we do it. Alright, well, we got Bobtopus in there pretty nicely, so now we got to do a little juggling around. Because the Legionite being a little bigger and having to be at the back, we're going to have to juggle a little bit, which is fine. That's why I made this thing be able to go up and down, not just a one-way trip, because I could see that happening. Like, not because I knew someone was going to build bigger, but just things. When you don't have the option, that's when you need it. It's basically what I've learned over the years. That's why everything I do, I try and think of all the options that I could want or could need. And I'm not saying I always think of them all, because no way I do. There's lots of times I've rebuilt just to put in that extra idea. Or, not the extra one, but a needed idea. Oh, he tripped a little bit. Good thing he didn't fall, though, because that would hurt. Don't want him to bend his gun barrel. Oh, he did fall over. At least he didn't bend the barrel, though. He stands back up pretty good, too, though. So that's very handy in this situation. But yeah, that's the one kind of tricky thing with making the characters, is getting them to do everything that is kind of suggested to be important as far as features of the tech, like the anchor, the ring for being like anchored to another tech, and the gyros and the flight ability, and then controlling while in flight. That's a lot to put into a small build. So I'm not going hardcore forcing them things. I just put them on as a recommendation because, well, if you want to take part in everything, that's kind of what you need. Because, like, you may be surprised at some of the ideas I got for this. I don't know if I can get them all to work, though, so that's why I'm not saying much. Not yet. When I get to trying them, then I'll say lots about them. And if I can't get them figured out, I'm going to, I'll be asking you guys for your ideas. But if you guys do have them ideas already about things that maybe we should add, and you're not quite sure if they'd go in, you can always ask about them. Most stuff, as long as it's, reasonable, it'll go in. And other than that, you could just build it and post it on there, and when we get to a spot where we can use it, we probably will. Because this is a community build. This ain't, hey, watch me build stuff and use characters you've made. No, that's not what this idea is. This is something to hopefully inspire people to continuously build. So, like, we build our character, that's our first one. We build a house for our character, that could be our second one. We build a battle tech for our character, third one. Character doesn't need to fit in the battle tech. That's not a requirement. It's just for, like, the story purposes. Like, what I'm thinking is the character will run to a spot, go in a door, and come out as this battle tech, That's the way it's going to probably edit through. But I think we're getting on really good here. We got another dude in. We'll get the cart to come back down, or the lift, and we'll get this last couple fellers in. Oh, no, had a boo-boo. Forgot where I was. Gotta get Legionite in his spot first. But yeah, that's the only downside with this, is you gotta manually reverse each track. So I put in a suggestion about, I'm pretty sure I had put this suggestion in. I was planning on it. I know I'd put a pacemaker suggestion in, but was to have reverse as an option. Now, I really like that idea, just because of stuff like this, because we're not always going to build things just to handle resources in the more common way of just production and all that. Like here, I haven't even used a delivery cannon, a crafter, or anything on any of this build to make any of this work. It's just resources are powering my movement. So for that purpose, I think we should have a couple extra blocks and options. So, oh, come on, get in there. You can do it, man. Come on. Oh, look how good he controls, too, though. Like, see, that's one thing why I didn't want to just say, nope, you didn't follow my size limit. I'm not adding you. No, I don't like that idea at all. But what I was thinking is, you're a little bigger, you're going to make it tougher for me to get you there. But then it works really nice. So I'm not going to leave them out. But that's also the reason why I thought of the personalized shuttle. We could have a bigger tech get in there, but still might be limited when they get to NeuTecha. Because I can't update all my sizes. I'm not going to do that, or things won't work for my biggest builds that I'm hoping to do. So, sorry, but you can always update your characters. They're not set in stone. And all you have to do is just make the new character and post it and let me know you want to update it. I hope he doesn't update his, though. Like, it is a good tech. Maybe he could make a new one if he wants to get in on stuff, and we'll have that one as another character of his. But, you know, it's not going to limit him on a lot of stuff, not for a long time. Like, this is going to take a lot of building to get to that kind of point where things are really kicking off. Unless you guys get your build on the same as I do, then we could speed things along quite nicely. At that point, I might not even be able to keep up with you all. But I'll try. I know it's been a long time coming to get these videos really rolling. You know, this isn't the first one you're going to be seeing, but it does take a little bit of work and playing around to get these made up. Especially right now, because I got to make up a bunch of the little cutscenes and effects kind of stuff. And I'm not a professional editor, so I'm still learning a lot of the different things that my program can do. And I got some tutorials in that, and all the hard drive that crapped out on me, that's what had all my tutorials on it. But it luckily came back on, so I copied everything. I backed it up. So now I can use it. It's coming back on regular now. But I just haven't had time to get into learning that new stuff. I've been doing so much building, and then trying to learn how to be a blacksmith a little bit too. For real, in real life. Not as a job, but just as a hobby. I got many hobbies. My hobby is hobbies. Because I like buildings and, well, like creating. And that can open up a world of hobbies. Like, I go from everywhere from clay. I don't have a kiln though, but I just like, Play-Doh kind of style. But from casting, moldings, just straight creating, working with lights, solders, and, everything. Anything I can find interesting. Just like getting Cree in here and getting him on this group of citizens on their way. I'm also thinking of maybe trying to add in a turntable for the characters so they can just go in and turn around. But you know what would really help is if the build beam would always work, no matter how high up off the ground you are, unless you're above the build limit. I can see that not being able to work, or not wanted to be able to work. But if I'm above a block, like a floor like I am on now, for the most part it has been working quite steadily. Till you hit build beam, it doesn't lift you up, it just kind of puts a blue and lets you spin with the controls and move around with the directions. Now that is awesome, that'd be very handy for this. But, you know, I'd have to edit that a bit. But, you know, it would work, it'd be alright. Because these little finicky spots are kind of like the severe test of our characters and citizens. Because if we can make it through this starting process, we should be able to do a lot of it. Unless we just can't fit. But, you know, that's why I made it kind of a process to get to NeuTecha. So I'm going to know exactly what the tech can do by the time I get there. And as long as I remember it. Oh, here we go, yeah, rock! The fires are burning, we got these candles lit, and we are on our way. Oh, just reaching for the clouds ever so fast. And we didn't have no one flip out on this flight either, so that's pretty cool. Like that first one, oh man, I had a heck of a vision. I thought we were going to crash. And then on the landing, I could have swore we were going to just go, holy crap, the pilot's crazy, or we're losing power or something. But this one's going very smooth. It's looking nice. Get her turned around here. There we are. That's a beautiful sight. Oh, there it goes. Now we're moving. We're ready to take off into space. Break through. And we'll be gone. Oh, look at that. Make it through the fiery stuff. And we're off. Oh, quick turn. Jeez. I had to dodge something on that one. And here's this guy's favorite part. He just loves it. It does look pretty cool as the way that comes in, doesn't it? I like it. And that's how we replace our shuttles in NeuTecha. Or, well, the NeuTecha project. So he's a happy camper because he does like that. And you know what? He's a big part on getting our citizens to where they need to be to get on that flight. So, you know, he's very proud of the job he does. Oh, yeah, I like this location, but man, that thing beats up my bus. Maybe I'll have to do something a little different. Like, hey, I'm always willing to make changes. If I think they're needed and they're good and important. Not just because, you should change that. No, that ain't going to make me change it unless I see it needed. But we'll get this guy all loaded back in here and ready for the next group of fine citizens. And we got a small group of 3 over here. Well, not really a small group. These guys are fairly heavy hitters. Like, look at them. They got some size to them. Some awesome. Because that's the way you guys made them. Oh yeah, they're just gabbing it up. So, hey buddy, how's it going? You go down? Oh, bus is ready. Well, it's time to go. Right on. So as we load these 3 fine fellows up, I think they're all fellows. Pretty sure. If I'm wrong, sorry. It's just an expression, kinda. But I am going to call this one near an end, so I'm going to do my little spiel, eh? So if you guys want to get in on this NeuTecha project, I gotta get a voice for that still. All you have to do is find the link down below in the description, follow it on through to the thread on the TerraTech forums, and, you know, read and watch the first couple posts. They will help you. Well, they'll explain what the requirements and restrictions may be. And from there, hope to see you in NeuTecha as a new citizen. And also, if you'd like to get in on some multiplayer on a Sunday for a multiplayer Monday, all you got to do is turn the game on, hit the lobbies, join me at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or UTC -5, whatever works best for you, and we'll get our game on. And other than that, you know, if you'd like to get in on the Server Showcase, all you need is some snapshots of your cool and original techs, post them to my Showcase Auditions link, and from there, we will make the awesome happen. Because I will make the best dang video out of them I can. And you know, also, if you'd like to help out this little channel by donating a few bucks, I have a paypal.me link down in the description as well. And by sending in that small $2 donation, it will also get your name entered into a draw. That's my way of saying thanks for helping me out. For a $40 3D printed tech. That's the current value. It could go up depending on participation. I'm hoping to award this prize around March. I know I said February at one point, but so far the participation is a little low. So I want to give some people some time because I'd like this to be a continuous thing, not just I'm out of money, it's over. So it's kind of where I'm at. But other than that, you know, it's going pretty good. We gave out 1 prize. I keep forgetting to make that little video of its own. I'll get into it though. But until that next time, keep being the awesome. Keep having a good one. Bye.